Hello everyone, it's Robin here and welcome. I'm so happy to see you all today. So today I'm going to be building a page for my planner that will house my word of the year for 2025 and I'm really excited about that. So word of the year, you also might know it as one little word, and that is one that Allie Edwards does, and she actually also runs a course on it where you can do a lot of processing with the word throughout the year, which is equally fun. But a word of the year is something that you choose usually near the beginning of the year, but there's no real rules about it, but it's kind of this guiding force for you throughout the year. It's your mantra, so to speak. It's a word that you have with you whenever you're thinking about things or doing things or making decisions about things. You kind of can keep this word with you and see how it rolls throughout your life. So in 2024, my word was joy, and I really enjoyed having that word throughout the year because I was really focusing on all the joy in everything in life, and you know, that just brought me a lot of joy. So that was a great word. In the past, I've had words like refresh, I've had curious, and both of those were also equally great words. I have a word for this year that I'm really excited about. It's changed a few times since November, but I've landed on a word, and I think this will be a great word for me for 2025. Now, I'm doing this video in collaboration with my friend Tracie over at Midwest Craft Chat. She'll be doing her word of the year today as well. She invited me to join in on some of her 12 Days of Planmas videos. She's heavily into it right now, and I'm really excited to be able to be a part of that. So I'll put a link down to her video so that you can check her word out too. But in the meantime, I have to think about how I want to build my page. So I have a stack of Happy Planner sticker books here. I'm going to go through these and see if I can spark some inspiration. So let me do this, and then I'll meet you over at the desk. Ooh. I have chosen my sticker books and I'm pretty excited about these. I know, see, there's a Halloween and Dia de los Muertos book. Well, you'll see why. And I chose this Desert Thistle book because I'm just really in love with all these quirky florals. So I'll give you just a quick flip through of these. Desert Thistle came out, I believe, last spring. So you can see the colors and how fun and quirky the florals are. If we can get to another floor. There they are. Look at how fun those are. Yeah, I really like this. I'm really into all these fun things. And I may use these today because I think those are just fun. And I'm pulling this because I'm going to use this alphabet because that's also quirky and fun. So I really love this one. I've used the black in here quite a bit. Now we're going to use this kind of pink tone, so I like that. I thought this would be a fun time also to pull this washi tape out. I got this from the washi tape shop, and it has all these little dots on it. The colors work well with this, and I think I want to use this too. And we're building this on a dot grid page. I just picked this paper up from Amazon. It is not made from Happy Planner, but it is 120 GSM, and it feels very smooth, just like Happy Planner paper. It has dot grid. There are all the dots, and it also is disc punched, and it so far is working out really well in my reading journal because that's what I had picked it up for. So we're going to use it today and test it out some more. So if you want to see the full pack, I just did my reading journal setup, and I'll link that video down below so you can see it. Okay, so before we really get started, I want to play with this washi, and I was thinking I want some at the top and the bottom, and I like to play with the polka dot, but at the bottom I want to kind of build a little bit of a base. So I think what I'll do is I'm just going to cut it right on the edge here, just so I have a strip to work with. And oh, on the Washi Tape shop, a lot of their washi comes with a backing. This has a backing, so it's not sticking to anything as I'm cutting it, which is kind of nice, right? It's kind of nice. So let's see, if I went like so, let me turn it over, or like so. Let me get my paper trimmer. I'm just going to trim that. So I want it kind of right in that area. I want a straight edge at the bottom, and I want this part kind of thin. Well, thinner than the top part. Okay, here we go. But we're also going to play with this a bit because I want to cut around the dots at the top. Okay, so I'm going to use my scissors here, and you can see where there's little pieces of dots. I'm just going to cut all these pieces off, so it's going to be a little uneven. But if there's a full dot there, I'm leaving it. Okay, we'll see if this works. I cut this last dot off because I want to go around this. So let's peel this off and see how this looks. So having a backing on this wider washi really seems to help because it's easier to handle. Okay, so I'm just gonna lay this kind of right down at the bottom here. And look, our page is started. Okay, I think that's really fun. The other piece I'm going to put at the top, and I think this piece can be a little bit wider, but I want it to have more of a curve. So let's go ahead and cut this. So that it has that kind of thing going on. Okay. We'll have to punch this one, but I can trim this bottom one just a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and peel this off and put this up there too. Okay, I love the Washi Tape Shop washi. It has a thin paper quality to it. It was really nice, which is what washi tape really is, right? There we go. Okay, so let's kind of fit this right up here near the top, like so. Oh my gosh, that is so much fun. I have my crocodile punch here. I'm gonna go ahead and punch this hole out. Let me turn it upside down. Just like so. Okay. And now we're ready to get started. What I think I wanna do is grab my letters because let's put our word out here first. So I think I wanna put my word right across the center here. And then I'm going to put a definition. I'm gonna put a title. I'm gonna put a quote. And I'm gonna put some supporting words. Sounds like a lot, but I think it'll be fine. So let's go right in here and pull this out. So my word of the year, I've been thinking about, I usually think about my word of the year beginning in the fall. And I did that this year too. And then my words started changing around a bit. It just started changing, which is what happens because eventually you do land on the right word, which is what happened to me. So I had last year my word was joy. I actually toyed with the idea of using the word enjoy because I had so much fun with joy. And I also had thought of the word magic because I just really love that word. I thought of the word mindful, and I already love that. And I was really almost went with mindful. And then in November, just a lot of things were happening around here. My son and his girlfriend were coming. I was trying to do a huge release. Thanksgiving was here and into Christmas, and I got a little overwhelmed and I got a little stressed, and the word calm came into be. And I started thinking calm would be the perfect word for me. But that evolved into a word that I think fits the scenario even better, and that is the word listen. Check that out. Can you read it? Because listen can work for so many things, right? We need to listen to other people, and I'm using the dot grid to help even this out a little bit. I'm just gonna go right here. We're just going with it. But we also need to listen to ourselves. And the word listen came to me really because one day in the midst of all this, and I was getting really stressed out like we do, like we do to ourselves. We just get ourselves all stressed out. And I turned everything off in the house. Now we live in a very, very rural area. We have like fields all around us. We live in a very small town. It's so small, it's a village. And when you turn everything off, you really don't hear anything. And the sound of that silence is the most calming thing. What you can hear, as in any house, is there's a little bit of a hum, which houses tend to get. And I hear birds. We have so many birds here. And I just sat and listened to that silence, and it calmed me down completely. So this year, my word is going to be listen in so many of the aspects that word can be. Now, I love how these quirky letters are. This is really fun. I'm going to keep this open because I may use some of these stars to fill in some spaces afterwards. Okay, we're gonna start decorating and doing some things. I want one of these in here. I was considering using a lot of them, but I don't think I could fit them all across. But I do want this one. I am having a real thing with these neutral colors. And I'm also having things with whimsy and whimsical colors. Whimsical, great word. We should put that on our list for possibility some year. But I kind of want to lay this with my word listen. It's all movie and sing-songy, and I love it. So I'm going to kind of fit it going around this word like so. Just like a flower reaching up to the sun. Look at that. And then maybe I can put my title kind of up in that area. I like that. I like that. Okay, so my idea was, I have, so when I pick the word listen, I also look up definitions, but I don't usually just take the first definition. I pick a definition that seems to really speak to me in the way I want to use the word. So I have that. I also found a quote that I really love, so I do want to fit that in. And then I went and looked up the synonyms of the word, and I found a whole bunch of them, and I'm landing on about 5 of them that I think will really present itself well this year. So I want to use these flowers kind of to help note those 5. And I know I want this blue color. I'm going to probably end up pulling all of these off just to kind of fit them around, right? I love these weird, quirky square flowers. Speaking of weird, did you see my new planner in my lineup? That Lush Linens planner. I use the word weird for that. And, you know, I use the word weird in a very loving way because I love it. That one is whimsical in a different way. It doesn't have all these natural tones in it like this, like these earthy tones, but it has bright and whimsical colors, like there's red zebras. Okay, I might not be able to pull those. Let's just start putting these in. I want to put these, I want to make a little flower garden. Okay, I think that'll work for right now. It's kind of cute. I'm going to get a pen because I want to draw some stems here. So give me just a moment. I'm pulling in this green pen. This is a pack of dual tip highlighters that I got from Erin Condren. It's their Bold Blooms collection this year. Look at the colors, totally match. Obsessing. So I'm just going to make some stems. I'm going to freehand them from the bottom to the bottom, just like so. Because all these flowers are going to be growing in this little garden, and we're not going to worry about it. And then I'm going to make a couple of leaves. That looks really cute. So I made a little garden, and I'm almost afraid. I want to see what happens because this is new paper for me. Look at that! It didn't ghost at all, and I was like coloring. Okay, big fan of this paper. Big fan of the paper. I'll link it down below for you if you want to check it out. Okay, so here's our flowers. Let's move on to the next thing. I found these little circles here, and I want to play with this idea. There's 2 pages of them. I want to play with this for the title. We'll see how this works. Because I love how this flower looks like it's lobbing something in the air, like that. And it kind of goes with the dots. Yes. That's kind of fun. Let's get this lighter color one. Let's put this one like this. I kind of like the idea of another one that's plain. What do we think of this? Kind of think it's fun. I need room for a quote and room for my definition, which I need to look for another thing, and I might need to underline this word or we'll lose it. There's this long sticker that I could use to underline this to start my definition. Let's pull this N up over it. There, so it's got a little underlining factor. Let me go ahead and title it with my Micron 08, and I'm just going to start writing. Oh my gosh, here we go. Okay, super cute. I went into my stash of skinny washi and I found this really pretty color that really matches this listen word. I just really wanted to underline it, and while I think this box is cute, I think it's not big enough for me to write my definition, and now it's just throwing me. So I'm gonna carefully lift this up because I have my word under it, and save this sticker for someplace else. There, that cleaned it up a bit. And I'm going to put this washi right across under my word. Okay, I think I straightened it out just a bit. Okay, like it. Let's get our definition and our quote in. Okay, I'm gonna pull two pieces here. I have one of these and I have one of these. Okay, so we're gonna put a box right here for the definition, so it'll fill this space, and then I'm gonna put this up over here for the quote. I think that may just work out. There's our spaces. Okay, we're gonna do some writing. So I'm gonna put a quote here, I'm gonna put the definition here, and then I have my words that I'll put all around here. So let's get some pens and do that. I have a Muji, and I think I'll use my 03. We'll just use my 03. Okay, here we go. Okay, so my definition is to hear something with thoughtful attention, which is exactly how I want to use this word. I think that really resonates with me. It really speaks to me. So let's underline the word here and thoughtful, right? Being thoughtful when we're listening to things. Okay, I have a quote that I really like too, so let's do that. Okay, and my quote is, stop and listen. The story is everywhere. And, you know, I had to fit everywhere on 2 lines because that's how life is, right? Okay, and the last bit I want to do is with these synonyms. I've been baking too much Christmas stuff. Synonyms. See, I've used a lot of cinnamon, but we're going to do some synonyms, and I'm going to use these flowers and I'm going to write kind of right over the tops of them like this. So let me give you my 5 words that I'll be following this year. So I have my words here, but we have a slight situation right here, which we're going to fix right now because I misspelled Harkin. Forgot the R. Okay, let me grab some tape. So what I did is I cut a piece of paper because what I want to do is kind of put it right there and then rewrite the word, but I'm going to white it out first. Now, if I white it out, I might be able to write right on it, but sometimes it doesn't work. And I think the whiteout almost looks worse than. So what I did was I just cut some more dot grid from another piece of paper, and I'm just going to line it up. And I think it'll look fabulous. Okay, let's put some tape on it. We can do this. So I'm kind of lining it up with the dots that are already there. This is bullet journaling fun, right? Because you can make a fix just like that. Okay, Harkin. And there we have it. Okay, so the 5 words I chose to go with this are, for listen, is take notice, because that's what I want to do. I want to take notice of the things. I want to tune in to what is happening, including what is happening within myself. I want to hearken, which also means to listen and to hear. I love that this version of the word hearken, the spelling, has the word hear in it. So that's great. Welcome, because if you're tuning in and you're listening, you're welcoming in what is being said, whether it's from somebody else, whether it's from nature, whether it's something you're listening to, or whether it's from inside you. You're listening to it. You're welcoming the information. And heed, take notice, and all of that good stuff. So those are my words. Let me put a couple of flowers and let me find some of those sparkles. And I think we will be done. Remember these sparkles? Yeah, let's put some of these in here, because I think this will make it all very special. Okay, I put the stars down here next to the words, and now I have these fun little starbursts that came from this same book, and we're just gonna kind of float these around here in a few places, because I think that just seems like fun. Like so. Let's do that. And then we'll just put this one over here. And I think our spaces are filled, and I think I'm obsessed. I really like this page, and I'm saving this to put into my new planner, which I'll be setting up my planner. That video should come out the day after Christmas. So yeah, that'll be fun. So listen is my word of the year. I've got my quote here, and I have my definition and some words. And I'm really looking forward to my year of listening to what's going on with me and listening to the world around me. So I think that just sounds like a lot of fun. I'm also excited to go see Tracie's video over at Midwest Craft Chat. She's doing her word of the year today as well, as I mentioned, and I'm excited to see what she's done and how she's going to be using it and what word she ended up choosing, because we have been talking back and forth, but you know, until it's on paper, it's never official. So I'll put a link down below to Tracie's video, and I hope to see you over there. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, let me know down below. Do you do word of the year? And what is your word? I would love to hear about that too. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a magical day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.